Hello, my lovely English learners. Welcome to Let's Talk. I'm your English trainer, Nysha, and let's kickstart a wonderful English lesson on 10 English idioms to agree and disagree. You know what idioms are? Idioms are like secret codes to express your thoughts and emotions in a more colorful and engaging way. The first 5 idioms we will look at are to disagree with someone. And later we will look at another 5 idioms to agree with someone. So the first one on my list is to put my foot down. Put my foot down. Just imagine you lift your leg and firmly put it down. What are you doing? You are taking a decisive stance on something. It's often used while refusing to agree to a particular decision, action, or behavior. Imagine someone planting their foot firmly on the ground to show that they won't move at all. It's mainly used for a strong disagreement. Here are some examples of how to use this idiom. I had to put my foot down and say no to the unreasonable demands. She put her foot down and limited her kids' excessive screen time. Before we move on to the next idiom, here's something important. If you want to fast track your English learning and become fluent in English faster, here's a beautifully designed English course series that will take your English from the basic A1 level to the advanced C1 level. These are 3 courses with around 180 plus English lessons, 450 plus exercises and quizzes to test your knowledge after each lesson, and downloadable study material for revision. Each lesson is theme-based and will teach you functional grammar, vocabulary, sentence structures, pronunciation, reading, and listening practice. Some sample lessons from this course series are posted on the course page. Do watch them. The link to this course series is there in the description, or just read the first comment, but only after watching this lesson. Now come on, back to our lesson. The next idiom on my list is to not see eye to eye. Do you know what this idiom means? Now, this idiom describes a situation where 2 or more people have differing opinions, thoughts, or viewpoints on a particular matter. It signifies a lack of agreement or alignment in their thinking or beliefs. It means they strongly disagree with each other. For instance, you could say, they don't see eye to eye on the issue of artificial intelligence. We all have our views about that, don't we? We often don't see eye to eye when it comes to politics. Ooh, that's a hot topic, wouldn't you agree? It's okay that we don't see eye to eye on everything. Diversity of thought is valuable. Now, this means we don't have similar thinking, and I'm fine with it. All right, here's the next one for you. Have a bone to pick with. Have a bone to pick with. I simply like this idiom. Now, you can't use it for everyday disagreement. It's used particularly when someone has a specific issue or complaint that they want to discuss. It means that there's a serious matter that needs to be resolved, or a big disagreement, or perhaps a misunderstanding that is required to be discussed. I have a bone to pick with you about your constant interruptions in services. She had a bone to pick with her friend over a misunderstanding. He's got a bone to pick with the management about the working conditions. So you see, this is how you can use this idiom in sentences. All right, with that, we move on to our next idiom, to disagree with someone, and that is, I beg to differ. Now, I beg to differ is an idiom used when you politely express your disagreement or a differing opinion from someone else. It's a way to say, look, I respect your point of view, but I have a different thought on this matter. Have a look at some example sentences. I beg to differ with your opinion on the matter. She begged to differ when he claimed to have all the answers. Means she didn't agree with him. They both begged to differ on the best approach to the project. Well, here's the next one. Raining on my parade. Raining on my parade. Now, this is a beautiful and colorful way to express how someone or something is spoiling your happiness or excitement. Imagine you're having a great time at a celebration like a parade, and then suddenly it starts raining, making you wet and miserable. So when you say someone is raining on your parade, it's like throwing water on your joy and enjoyment, isn't it? It's like saying, hey, stop being a downer. I'm trying to enjoy something here. Let's have a look at some examples. Don't be a downer. Stop raining on my parade with your negativity. I want to stay away from people like that. Every time I share good news, he starts raining on my parade. Can you believe it? She felt like her colleagues were always raining on her parade with criticism when she got a promotion. You see, getting a promotion is such a happy occasion, but her colleagues were always criticizing her. So those were 5 idioms related to disagreements. And now let's quickly look at another 5 idioms that are related to agreeing with someone. So are you ready? Come on. On the same page. Now, on the same page is a handy idiom, and we use it when we want to say that everyone in a group or a team is in agreement or has the same understanding about something. Imagine a group of people reading a book together. If they're all reading the same page, it means they're at the same point in the story, right? And they know exactly what's happening. In a non-bookish context, it's like saying we all understand and agree on this. You get it? So in short, on the same page means everyone's thinking and understanding align, which makes communication smoother. Here are some examples. It's crucial that the team is on the same page regarding project goals. I'm sure only then can you achieve your goal, right? Let's make sure we're all on the same page before we proceed. So, are you on the same page with me? Are you following all these idioms? Let me know in the comments. So come on, let's move on to the next idiom. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. What does that mean? Well, you're not purchasing anything here. I'm not buying it means you don't believe or accept what someone is saying. It's a slang idiom, and it's like you are doubting someone. Here are some examples of how you can use this idiom. He claims he didn't know anything about it, but you know what? I'm not buying it. He was acting strangely that day, which means you do not believe his story. His excuse was that his alarm clock didn't go off, but I'm not buying it. It's the 3rd time this week he's late. Well, is that you? Do you give such excuses for being late? All right, one more example. Some scientists argue that the Earth is flat, but the majority of experts aren't buying it. What do you think? Is the Earth flat? Let me know in the comments. Now, the next one is sing from the same hymn sheet. Sing from the same hymn sheet. Quite an interesting idiom, isn't it? It means people should have a shared understanding and be in an agreement about something. Think of it this way. Imagine a choir, and each member has a sheet of music with the same song. To sound good together, they all need to follow the same sheet, right? Singing the same notes at the same time. If they didn't do that, it would sound like a mess. Wouldn't you agree? Now, in everyday conversation, this idiom is used to say that people should be on the same page, meaning have the same goals or share the same information and ideas in order to work well together. Here are some examples. For this project to succeed, the team needs to sing from the same hymn sheet. In a successful company, all departments sing from the same hymn sheet, which means they work in coordination. With that, we move on to our next idiom. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Again, this is a slang idiom, guys, and it means that you have a positive feeling about something, whether it's an idea, a suggestion, or an experience. It's a casual way to convey that you agree with someone. Let's have a look at some examples. Let's watch this action movie tonight and invite some friends. What could you say if you want to agree? You could say, yeah, I'm feeling it. Let's do it. Another example, I want to go hiking this weekend. And if you also want to agree, you could say, even I'm feeling it. I don't want to stay home. And now, here's the final one, which is one of my personal favorites. That's my vibe. That's my vibe. This slang idiom means that something aligns with your personal preferences, or you could say it resonates with you. It's a casual way to say, hey, I am totally interested in it. For example, partying all night? It's my vibe. That's how I like to spend my weekends. Thanks for the invite. Action movies are really my vibe. I know it's going to be great with huge crowds in the stadium, but that's not my vibe. I'd rather watch the game on TV. Well, with that, we finish today's lesson. If you beg to differ with me, or if that's not your vibe to become fluent in English, you certainly need to practice a lot. And I hope these idioms will add color to your vocabulary to sound expressive and confident while speaking in English. I am Nysha, your English trainer, and I hope to see you soon with another great lesson on this channel. Let me know in the comments how useful this lesson was for you. Thanks for watching and happy learning. Bye.